I'm Tommaso Lonquich. I play the clarinet. I'm from Italy and I live in Denmark. I've been playing the clarinet for, well, I guess about 21 years now. I started when I was 10 years old. My family is full of musicians, so it was quite natural to start with something. I didn't know if I would end up playing it professionally. But I don't know, I found there was a lot of joy in making music from the beginning, so I stuck with it somehow. There was not a particular moment when I knew that I should be a musician, but there was many moments where there was a love for performing, and I still have those moments all the time. Right now I live in Herning, Denmark. It's actually a small town of about 40,000 people in the middle of Jutland. A bit like the Midwest of the United States, actually. You know, I bought a house there, I have a little garden, and I'm actually very happy living there because of all the traveling I do. I work a lot internationally and I get to travel a lot to the States, to the south of Europe. So I actually like that arrangement. You know, I have my own little place and close enough to the airport that I can visit all kinds of new places. In my free time, well, I'm actually trying to fix my roof right now in my house. That's actually a concern before the winter comes in Denmark. But I also have other hobbies somehow connected to music. One of them is this instrument, actually. It's a 5-key copy of an instrument from Mozart's time. It's a clarinet, a very, very early clarinet. You can see it compared to the modern one. The Reicher Quintet, which I'm playing this week, is actually written for this instrument. And it gives a lot of inspiration for how to play that music. You know, it's a very different instrument, and I just love exploring music in this historical perspective. For me, the occasions in which live music is most inspiring is in a teaching context. So when I've listened or participated in lessons by great musicians, I've always gotten a lot out of it for many years in the future. I'm thinking about lessons by Sergio Azzolini, the bassoonist. I'm thinking about François Leleu, the oboist. There's just so much that one can convey with words and music in the teaching context. So I always find that format for me, even though it's a privileged format that most audiences do not get to participate in, for me that is, I have very special memories of master classes and lessons. I think the most important thing for young musicians is to really love the music. You really have to delve deep and be a kind of time traveler. I think, you know, adding the dimension of context to music, realizing what the composer's language was, as far as we can, what the performance practice of the time was, what the socio-political situation was. I think all of that stuff comes into the musician's imagination, and it can make the music really much more alive for the audience. Whether or not the audience realizes that, but you have, as a young musician, then you can build that base of fantasy in order to offer a more vibrant performance to the audience.